Hey there guys, welcome back to episode 10 of A Positive Mind with TSED. Now listen, today we are talking about social anxiety. Oh yeah, I know you want to tune into this one. I'm going to explain to you a couple of the reasons why we even have it. And then of course I'm going to give you some solutions. So stay tuned.
I'm someone, she's TSED. I'm someone, she's TSED. I'm someone, they call me TSED.
Like that.
I'm someone, she's TSED. I'm someone, she's TSED. I'm someone, they call me TSED.
Like that. Like that. All right, y'all. So let's get into it. Social anxiety. The word alone gives us anxiety, doesn't it? Am I right? All right. I'm going to help you today because I've worked with so many different kids and teens and adults who've dealt with social anxiety. So I'm going to give you firsthand experience as to what I've seen the problem to be and a couple of solutions that will help. First, generalization. Now, generalization is when, something happens in our lives and then we think it's always going to happen. So a lot of times I've realized you had a little weird, funky moment in some social situation, and then you're like, this is going to happen for the rest of my life. But that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes it was just a one-time thing. But that social anxiety makes you put that idea out into your future, like, this is how it's going to be every time I go out, every time I go out. Ah! So I'm here to tell you, let's stop generalizing. If something happened once or twice, let's just say it happened once or twice. We don't have to write it into our future forever. Okay, so the next one. Part of the generalization thing is also this little problem I call the negative what ifs. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. It's when we what if everything to death, but we never quite say, what if it goes right? Well, that's what I'm here to tell you. Every now and then, we've got to give our brain a picture of, hey, what if it actually goes well? That's going to make a big difference. And I'll talk about that later. But for now, just remember, driving yourself crazy with a bunch of negative what ifs. Oh no, what if no one talks to me? What if I fall down when I'm walking in? Ah! It's not going to help. I promise you. But switching over to those positive what ifs, oh yeah, that'll make the difference. Here's the story. So back when I was modeling and I would walk on the runway, I heard people backstage always like, oh, what if I fall down? What if I fall down? I don't want to fall down. Well, nowadays, I learned that all you're putting in your brain is fall down, fall down, fall down. Why would you do that? If you don't want to fall down, you should probably think about standing up, walking straight, doing a really good job. Am I right? So here's what it is. You guys have got to start practicing with this positive what if because it's going to make a huge difference. Another thing I've seen in my clients over the years is this idea that, hey, if I don't know what's going to happen, it's automatically bad. I've heard it called fear of the unknown. Unknown doesn't automatically equal bad. Unknown simply means you don't know what's going to happen, kind of like all of us. None of us. Nobody knows what's going to happen next. It's all unknown. But when we automatically assume that the bad thing that happened before, generalization, is going to happen again in our future, we create a really big fear of the unknown. But think of it this way. You know the bad thing that happened before, but the unknown can be filled with a beautiful new outcome. Amazing magic, really, really good stuff can be there. So I want us to switch our perspective from thinking that just because we don't know what's coming next, it's automatically bad. Now, let's put it all together because I got some tips to help you out. Let's talk solutions. The first one is going to drive you a little crazy. I know. You've heard it before and you're going to be like, oh, come on, Simone, this isn't new. But bear with me. I'm going to tell you to do some deep breathing. Calm down. I'm going to let you know that you've actually been doing your deep breathing wrong. Okay, I can't be sure of that, but I'm assuming based on so many things I've seen with past clients. Here's what I mean. When we are stressed and we're overwhelmed and we start breathing with our chest, we just stay in a state of panic. And so when someone says, take a deep breath, and you go, it's just slower panic. Here's what I'm saying. We've got to breathe differently. It's called belly breathing. And when you take that deep breath from down here in your diaphragm, it helps to put your body in a state of rest and reset. It is amazing. And it actually works. So as soon as you start getting this nervous feeling about social anxiety, take a real deep breath, a belly breathing deep breath, one that actually soothes, calms, and relaxes you. And then move on to step 2. The next thing I would recommend is you do something called tapping. Emotional freedom tapping. I'm going to put all of the links you need down below so that you can find all the resources you need to help you with tapping and all the rest of the tips I'm about to give you, okay? So always keep your eye on the description. You know what to do. All right, so tapping is actually a way of helping you to release and get that energy flowing through your body so that you're not tense and tight and terrified. Hey, tense and tight and terrified. That was fun. Tapping looks like this and like this and like this. Don't worry, I'm going to give you a whole entire chart and a description in my academy. You know, the academy? Yeah, don't worry, check the links, okay? And you're gonna keep tapping until all of a sudden you feel this like, wow, I don't feel so stressed anymore. I feel kind of calm. So now you've got belly breathing and tapping. Wonder what the next one will be. All right, if you're not sitting down, sit down, honey, because this last one is a game changer. You might have heard it called mental rehearsal. Ooh, I love it so much. I sometimes call it positive mental practice. And here's what this is. This is literally what we talked about with the what ifs. We got to give ourselves positive what ifs, which means we have to start creating a picture in our mind of how we really want our social interactions to go. How do I want to act? How do I want to feel? How do I want to walk into that room and socialize with these people? And I know it's scary at first, but when you're doing it by yourself in your mind, that's the easier part. Notice I said easier, not always easy, but easier. You start practicing in your mind all by yourself, being and projecting and feeling and walking and talking in your best self in the way you want to show up. Your brain starts making a record of that. And your brain says, hey, he can do it. She can do it. They can do it. This is familiar. This is normal. This is easy. And you'll start doing it in real life when you head out into these social interactions. Trust me, I'm telling you, this is real. This has worked for my clients. It works for my students in the academy. And speaking of which, I got this all wrapped up in the academy just for you. So the class that I'm going to tell you all about right now is the blueprint. You have got to go sign up for the Self-Esteem Blueprint ASAP. If these tips are resonating with you, oh, you are going to want to sign up for this class right here, the Self-Esteem Blueprint. Oh yeah. Okay, stop. Don't rush the academy all at once, y'all. But this one is good. This one is going to give you all of the steps about the mental rehearsal and how to feel it and embody it and write it down and become it. Become it. You're actually going to see changes in the way you're behaving and the way you feel about social situations. Bye-bye, anxiety. See you next time. No, don't see you ever. No, this is amazing. It's a game changer. Don't forget to scroll down, check that description because I'm giving you the link to the blueprint because I expect to see you there. Enroll in the academy, take these courses. It is going to be a game changer. And make sure you message me and tell me about how amazing your results are because that's what we're talking about. Like actual no social anxiety or like really, really minimum. You can do this. Trust and believe. You can, all right? I'm excited about this. I'm excited about thinking about your growth, your changes, your improvement, you walking into that room and owning it, honey, because first you saw it here and then you became it out here. Oh, it's so good. I'm very excited for you guys. Always go down and check out all the goodies in the description for you. And remember to tune in every single Sunday to A Positive Mind with TSED. See you next week.
I'm someone, she's TSED. I'm someone, she's TSED.